A pleasant good evening. Welcome into high school basketball right here on WRLR. It's a start to another season, and we have basketball coming up for you. Tonight we got a girls' game, believe it or not. The Eagles of Lakes hosting the Grayslake Central Rams. This game brought to you by Corniciones in Antioch, Sue Hammond and Associates, and O'Keefe Lewis and Bruno PC, and our newest member on our family, and that happens to be Jersey Monies. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff right here on WRLR.
.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Corniciones New York-style pizzeria in Antioch at routes 83 and 173 is another proud sponsor of WRLR Sports. Corniciones pizza dough is made from scratch using a family recipe that originated in Brooklyn, New York. Their dough is proofed at least 24 hours. Corniciones menu includes pizzas, calzones, pasta, much more. They have dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. Their number is 224-308-1499.
Everybody, I'm Axel. WRLR 98.3 invites you to spend a fun and festive night celebrating the season with our band, Axe and the Hatchet Men. On Friday, December 13th, at the original Sundance Saloon in Mundelein, we'll be playing a set filled with rockin' holiday tunes, as well as play a mix of our own original songs, current hits, and plenty of rock and roll. This year, we're playing in support of WRLR Community Radio, where local bands like us can get their music heard and their stories told. All ages are welcome. There's a student discount, and tickets will be available at the door unless sold out in advance. You can secure your advance tickets now by contacting the station at studio@WRLR.fm or at another online seller to be announced soon. So save the date, tell your friends. Come on out to the original Sundance Saloon on December 13th for the Axe and the Hatchet Men holiday show and help keep WRLR on the air. Ho ho, hope to see you there. Happy holidays. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's...
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Always great to start off the season with basketball. We got a girls' game for you here on WRLR. Grayslake Central Rams visiting the Lakes Eagles. And we have a new voice joining with me here tonight, a rookie on board by the name of Patrick.
How you doing, Rusty?
And I am Rusty Silber here with you. You're excited, aren't you? I can tell.
Absolutely. I mean, basketball, regardless of what it is, and we're talking collegiate, professional, or high school, this basketball game is going to be fun, and I'm so glad to join the channel.
All right. Patrick, I know you're excited. I'm excited. I got starting lineups here, unless you want to go through them. You want to go through them quickly? Go for it.
Sure. Lakes High, we have actually starting at guard, we have Kaylee Gara, number 15. We have also at guard Rosemary DeCamp, Sydney Zellman, and the two forwards are Grace Sullivan and Allison Dietz. And for Grayslake Central, you're looking at M.K. Drevlin. You have Madeline Musi, Amanda Koshikowski. You also have Lauren Carty, and rounded out by number 33 with over 20 points a game right now, Kate Bowman.
All right, you mentioned the starting lineups. Kate Bowman is going to Illinois State University, the one to watch for the Grayslake Central Rams. This team is off to a great start. They won their opener earlier this week. They're 5-2. Unfortunately for Lakes, they did not win their opener this past week in the Northern Lake County Conference, but they are sitting with a record of 1-4. We're ready for the opening tip-off. Right in front of us. We're courtside, right on the corner of the court, tipped up in the air, and it was an easy tip, won by Kate Bowman, sent back, a three-try off the rim, nope, and the rebound, that's not going to go. Bowman had a chance to get the chance for the rebound and the bucket, but she was fouled.
Well, I think it's going to be Kate Bowman's game today if that's what's going to propel Grayslake Central to this victory over Lakes High School, because with Kate, I mean, it's just fluidity, it's height. You have the length over, you have the wingspan going for her, and I don't see anything stopping her right now.
Kate Bowman, by the way, 6'2", senior, and back to have a great senior season. She made the second of two, so a 1-0 lead for Grayslake Central. We're early in this game, just opening seconds, believe it or not, of our first game of the season. Lake's on the move, a young team. We'll get into this, but on the move, they passed it off to the wing, now up on top to Dietz, now outside for a three, and look at this, a three right off the bat for Kaylee Guerra.
Absolutely fantastic. Kaylee Guerra just sinks a three. I mean, nothing but net down on the home side. And now here we go. Of course, we have Grayslake Central coming. Oh, Kate Bowman. Another miss coming down.
Shot by Bowman is off target. Guerra comes down with the rebound, and Lakes comes back with the ball with a 3-1 lead. You know, I get a feel like it's opening night here for us, and I noticed the scoreboard did the same thing. They gave the three-pointer to Grayslake Central. Guerra shot up. Nope, not going to go. Rebound taken down by Grayslake Central. On the run, they send it down court. Quickly, chance, turnaround shot, one-handed up and good. Count that for MK Drevlin.
And I think the main thing you have to realize for this game, guys, in Rusty, is that tempo is going to be everything for this game.
Yeah, pressure in the backcourt. Eagles will break it. They send it down court. And to Kempe, shot put up. Nope, not going to go. Bullman comes down with the rebound. Something tells me she's going to have a double-double type of night.
Yeah, and Pullman goes
Drevlin.
over to Muse.
Back out. Bullman's going to take an outside shot for three. Not going to go. Nice rebound underneath. Up and in. Count that for Amanda Kosiakowski.
And you see the height starting to work there. And Kosiakowski, again, Kosiakowski is sitting at 5'10", and, of course, Bullman sitting at 6'2". Just two powerhouse as far as length goes.
Three-point try by Garrett. That's not going to go. Rebound taken down. And Drevlin lead pass. Bowman going to drop it off. Nice drop. Sent back out. This is going to be a 18-foot shot. That one goes off the mark by Kosiakowski. Comes back out to Carty, but she missed communicating and threw the ball out of bounds. So this will be taken out on the baseline for the Eagles.
And by the way, you got to love this crowd. This crowd is so amped up from both sides. Grayslake Central and Lakes High School, both of them amped up. The crowd, I love to hear this because this makes my job just that much more exciting.
Inbound pass for Zellman, missed who she wanted to get it to, went out of bounds. By the way, the Royal Rush, I love that you talk about the crowd, the Royal Rush students. They are dressed, they are out in neon and yellow and pink jerseys. I don't know what kind of night. Going in as Bowman made a nice move underhand for a layup, got fouled, and she'll come to the line for a couple free throws. And let's see, that foul will go against Allison Dietz.
You know what I noticed, by the way, and sorry to cut you off there. You know what I noticed, by the way, is that not only is tempo working right now, at least with Grayslake Central, but you also have things like basically all upperclassmen. The starting five for Grayslake Central, all upperclassmen, and they spread it around a little bit to 10th graders, 9th graders, and also upperclassmen for Lakes High School. So I wonder if that's going to play any part in this come later in the game, and if the experience takes over.
Bowman made one of two, so 6-3, 5:50 left in the opening quarter. High school basketball here on WRLR. Pass down low, and we got a tie-up underneath the basket. This will be a jump ball.
Absolutely exciting here. I love the pace. The pace needs to keep up. I think Rusty coming up and down the court and opening up any kind of three-ball opportunities that you can is going to be key for one of these teams taking over here in the third, fourth quarter.
Guerra tried to get the ball from the corner inside to Kempe, but knocked out of bounds by Bowman. Ball will stay right in front of the Grayslake Central bench. Steve Eichen, the head coach, kind of overseeing the throw-in. This one hit the feet of one of the Eagles. Unfortunately, went off a Zellman out of bounds, so this will go back to Grayslake Central.
And another thing I noticed is you were talking to Coach Phelan actually prior to Coach Phelan for Lakes High School. And what was kind of said there? What was his feeling for this game?
Well, Bowman takes it inside, now back outside for a three. We'll get to that in a moment. This one goes out. Dietz gets it, sends it down court. Quickly, Guerra driving in, stops, tried to take a pop. She did a good job on her left foot to stay down. No travel, but they just passed it back out. Dietz. Guerra being pushed and bumped, and we got a foul here. It's funny, speaking What did you say about the Grayslake Central coach? Is that what you said?
No, I'm talking about
Phelan?
Phelan for Lakes.
Yeah, Coach Phelan for Lakes. He's been around as a coach for a long time, did the boys. Now he's done the girls. And, he doesn't have the same team as he had last year. And last year, this team was able to take Grayslake Central in overtime. We were there for that. Surprised all of us, including us in the gym, because he had a senior-dominated team. It's a different team this year. They have to kind of work from what they got here. Grayslake Central almost stole the ball off the inbound. Now Guerra with a move, got it mishandled, and back the other way. Bowman going to take it all the way down the quarter, sell for an easy layup.
And that's something I noticed is that you said something like Lakes last year having mostly upperclassmen, and now they have it spread out. So I see that maybe causing a little bit of an issue here later.
All right, timeout taken by Lakes. Grayslake Central out in front of Lakes, 8-3. We're back with more high school basketball here on WRLR.
WRLR 98.3 FM.
Cornicchione's New York-style pizzeria in Antioch at routes 83 and 173 is another proud sponsor of WRLR Sports. Cornicchione's pizza dough is made from scratch using a family recipe that originated in Brooklyn, New York. Their dough is proofed at least 24 hours. Cornicchione's menu includes pizzas, calzones, pasta, much more. They have dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. Their number is 224-308-1499.
Welcome back to Lakes High School. 8-3, 4:44 to go in the opening quarter. And Lakes will have the ball to inbound it. And their baseline here against full court pressure, double team. Guerra working himself up forward. And now he's going to try to get a pass. Now taken away all the way by herself. Up, nope, not going to go. That one was missed there by Musset. Guerra's going to try to send it down court, middle of the court, battle for the ball. Grayslake Central gets it. It looked like a jump ball. Guerra now fends it forward, and it's going to go out of bounds. She tried to get that one forward up to Dietz. I felt like it was a pass play like a wide receiver since we're in football mode. Trying to change over to basketball mode here. From that big game that we had with Warren and Lincoln Way West last week. I pass down low in front of the basket, goes up and in. Count that for two for Kosiakowski.
And you have Rosemary to camp coming up here, and mostly the inbound pass here, coming all the way up floor.
Guerra going to bounce past the Dietz. Dietz chasing it, tracking it down outside the arc, can't handle it. And here comes Grayslake Central the other way. Cartier going to work it around. Bowman going to shoot a three off the rim, top of the backboard. Hit that goofy, what do they call that, the guide wire?
Up top above the...
Yeah, the wire, the
hoop.
guide wire. And obviously it's going to go back the other way. I don't know why they put those up there. This one gets to Dietz. Dietz wanted to pass it off in a battle. And she gets the ball somehow forward up to Guerra, now back to Dietz. And this one's going to go out of bounds.
That was good hustle by Dietz, by the way, to make sure that she wasn't going to find herself in a jump ball situation or out of bounds on Lakes.
3:38 left, opening quarter. We got a sub.
Yeah, we have Tekemp coming out, and who's coming on for her?
Look like I think I caught, let's see, it's one of the youngsters, and we'll get that in a moment here. I got it here. Pass here. Dietz is going to track it down and saved it before it got to center court. And that's off to Phelan, by the way. Kendall Phelan, the coach's daughter, is in the game. Now Phelan trying to track this one down. Can't handle it. Musset can't handle it. It comes back the other way to Lakes. Phelan, pass over to the right side. Working baseline here. Can't get anywhere there to make anything work on that for Fleming. And throws the ball away. Bowman going to take it down herself. Nice little left-handed move off the glass for two.
Bowman, 6 points already. I mean, just cruising right now with just over 3 minutes to play in the first quarter here at Lakes County.
Need to take another break. Back with more high school basketball right here on W.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Today's sports broadcast is made possible by O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC. Proud to sponsor another season of Lake County High School sports broadcasts on WRLR 98.3 FM. Helping home buyers, sellers, and others with real estate transactions. O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC can be reached at 847-675-4790.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
We are back here in Lake Villa. Patrick Voss and Rusty Silber here with you. First quarter, Grayslake Central out with a 12-3 lead. Lakes actually had a lead in the moments of the start of the game with a three-pointer, but that's been the only thing that Lakes have been able to get in the basket so far. But this pressure, Patrick, has been tough on Lakes, hasn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what I was saying. Once you have experience mixed with length, it's hard to handle, and Bowman swats the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Lakes' ball.
Yeah, Sullivan took a nice pass, but Bowman, I don't want to deal with someone who's 6'2", I'll tell you that.
I'm only 6 foot even, so yeah, I don't even want to deal with 6'2".
You don't want to deal with that.
No.
Ball inbounded. Gira, Phelan now with it, looking for some help. Now off to Fleming, pass down low. Bowman again, stepping in and stealing the ball. Going in, drops it off. Nice pass to Kosiakowski, and able to get 2 points for that one.
Phelan inbound, coming on down. Dietz has the ball, trapped in her corner, back to Phelan.
Now it's Fleming to Gira. And we got a sub coming in. Looks like back into the game, we happen to have Gira.
Well, that's number 23, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now Grayslake Central, Carty. Kosiakowski with a short jumper. She's able to get that one to drop in.
They have to camp to inbound.
Gira going to bring it up court against this, pressure? Is that what they're doing, Patrick? Now send it down to Dietz. Dietz going to send it down low. And we got a foul here on the drive. And we're going to call this as an offensive foul, it looks like, against one of the Lakes Eagles.
It looks like it was on Sierra Fleming. Mm-hmm. Sierra Fleming got that, it looks like a charge there coming in.
Yep. They work it down to inside Grayslake Central, and now a travel call against Piper Gallagher, who just came in the game for Grayslake Central. 2:06 left in the opening quarter.
Love this crowd.
I know you do. I could tell. This one sent down to the middle, stolen away, and taken away. Gallagher to Drevline. Drevline in the backcourt. Now they work it up top. Kosiakowski down low. Missed the short jumper. That's not going to go. Rebound taken down by Tekempe. Kempe outside the arc to the right. Now back to the top side. Gira into the corner. I like the ball movement by Lakes.
Very much so.
And a pass down to Dietz. Dietz going up against Gallagher. It's not going to work. Over the rim. She missed entirely, and now we got a little bit of a contact in the backcourt. One thing I noticed, Patrick, we talk about how Grayslake plays at a fast tempo, but how much can Lakes play at that tempo being so young?
Well, and that's the thing is you do have experience on one end, and that speed can come into play, but at the same time, you do have the youngsters, as you would call them, that may have a little more stamina in their system now.
Grace Sullivan is back in the game here for Lakes. 1:23 left. 16-3 Grayslake Central. That's 15 straight points, by the way. Long three, try that one off the mark. Ball will go out of bounds. Attempt there by MK Drevline. I will say this. I do know some of these girls here because I cover soccer. Musay, Drevline, Kosiakowski. They play soccer, and you can relate soccer and basketball a lot.
Okay, so you do have multi-sport athletes here.
Yes.
Which is great because that's what's needed in a lot of areas around Chicagoland.
Bowman, another block back down the court and drains a 12-footer. What can't she do?
She is trying, and I told you it was going to be her game to lose or win. She was going to be the main factor as far as defensively and her points per game.
She has got blocks, steals, rebounds, points. She does a lot out here. Tekempe.
She is
stolen away. Kosiakowski going in with the left hand, swatted away. What a great swat there by Tekempe on the knock away. Quickly up court, Lace going to send it over. Phelan gets over the side, chance to shoot. Nope, not going to go there. Decides to pull it out to Gira. Gira up top, free throw line, had it knocked away, and I think we got a reach-in foul here by Drevline.
Number 4, yeah, that foul, like you said, on Drevline, MK Drevline. Nice little reach in there, giving giving Lakes a bit of an opportunity to regroup and recenter themselves.
29 seconds on the clock. Grayslake Central 18, Lakes 3 in this opening quarter. Guerra with the lone bucket so far. Guerra trying to move in the baseline, sends it back out. Trying to work it to the top side here, trying to find a player. Get over to Fleming. Nope, not going to go, and it's taken away. Misguided pass. Kosikowski a steal. They send it over drive line. Down chance to shoot. Piper Gallagher gets the ball off. Kosikowski gets the jumper to go in for another bucket. And there's the buzzer sounding the end of the first quarter. 20-3. Back right after this. More high school basketball right here on WRLR.
WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
It doesn't matter if you dominate the lane or how far your curveball drops off the table. It doesn't matter if you're All-State or All-American. It doesn't matter as long as you play the game with integrity by respecting your opponents and officials, following the rules, and practicing sportsmanship. It isn't always easy, but it's the only way to play. If you can be a good sport and treat your opponent the way you'd like to be treated, then it doesn't matter if you have a rocket for an arm or a cannon for a serve. You'll always be a champion. Sportsmanship. Are you up for the challenge?
This message has been brought to you by the IHSA. Challenge yourself.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
First 8 minutes in the book, and 20-3, Grayslake Central lead. And Patrick, obviously this first quarter is all in the Rams, and the Lakes got that opening bucket. But what can change?
What can change is maybe, the only thing I can think of is doubling Bowman. If you double Bowman in certain transitions over, that's the only way Bowman goes down.
All right, we start the second quarter here. And Grayslake Central, a couple new players here. Carty working at a Bowman. Bowman might have traveled. No call. Left-handed shot up. No good. Rebound. Loose. Dietz is going to come up with it for Lakes.
Defensively, just spreading the floor at Grayslake right now. Getting ready.
Like that ball movement opportunity, a chance there to put up a shot. Not going to go up and in there by Sullivan. Good try, though. Now in the corner. Long three opportunity for the Rams. That one well off the mark. Good try by Carty, and back the other way. Here comes Tekempe. Tekempe drops it off up on top.
And you always notice that Bowman for Grayslake is playing middle of the floor. She's always there. There we go. There was a tip coming out.
Yeah, Bowman, another steal. Front court now going to pop a three, and it's good. Wow.
Absolutely on fire right now. Bowman with 11 points in this game.
I just can't believe she's doing everything.
Oh, there it is.
A battle in the backcourt. This one taken away. It goes up and in for Piper Gallagher. Boy, there's memories in my mind we're going to go to in a minute. Another block and another steal.
He had a foul on number 23, Rosemary Tekempe.
I'm going to mention someone to you that goes back. This is before your time. But Steve Eichen used to be an assistant coach with the Stevenson Patriots when they won titles back in the 90s. They had a defensive scheme right off the inbound. Free throw, by the way, up and goes in. The first of two from Madeline Musset. They were so good, I saw them get 20-plus points off steals consecutively.
Wow.
Oh,
and
Tanika Catchings, Taja Catchings, you name it.
And we did have a quick sub out here, actually. Kay Bowman sat down for Carissa Guerrier. She is in the game now for Bowman.
Musset made two more free throws, so it's 27-3. By the way, that's 26 straight points here for Grayslake Central.
Oh, my.
It's amazing how things have changed. Tekempe back up top for a three here. That one missed off the mark by Sullivan. Had a chance to get it, but didn't go in there. Now it's Lakes with the steal, which happens to be Guerra. Now they work down, rolling around the rim, and finally a bucket.
And there is that pace you were talking about. How can the younger crowd from Lakes deal with the experience from Grayslake?
That breaks the 26-point run that they had here. Going in, a shot put up, no good. Gallagher the rebound. That's not going to go, but then Oh, who got that one? I was partially
It
screened
looked
on
like
it.
number 11.
Okay. Which happens to be
looked-
Madeline Musier. I'll take your word on it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. It's good to have someone that can actually see it. I was screened by the referee and 2 players. Now in the front court, we got a jump ball, it looks like, and it is. Hey, you got to understand, we're not sitting up in the stands. I like the view in the stands better, but we're on the corner of the court. And, Patrick, you're learning sometimes you think you can see everything. No, when you get a referee that slides down in front of you, a player gets in front of you.
Absolutely. I mean, seeing it's training my eyes to be quicker. I mean, not having done a play-by-play or commentary job for about 6.5 years, this is nice and refreshing.
Pass was down, though, to Fleming out of bounds. It was knocked away, though, by MK Driveline. Ball will stay on the baseline for Lakes. 5:34 left, second quarter, 29-5. In favor of Grayslake Central. Shot put up by Sullivan's not going to go. Tipped around and comes right in the hands of one of the Central Rams. On the move, lead pass down court. Piper Gallagher, nice little sliding move in the lane for 2.
Man, Piper, another one, 5'11". Yeah, and she's only a sophomore at Grayslake, but 5'11", just great wingspan.
Driving down the lane here, and we got a charge, or is it a block foul? I think it's a block foul. You know, it's funny you mentioned about a sophomore and being tall, because Lake County, this year we've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores. I don't know where the height came from. Is it something in the water or what?
Well,
Carmel's got a girl by the name of Jordan Wood. She's 6'4".
Stop
There's
feeding
been a
your
lot
kids
of
those
stuff
chicken
written
nuggets,
about
people.
it. But a lot of stuff written about it, believe it or not. And the fact that she's so tall. And I there's a few other ladies out here, just as you mentioned with Piper Gallagher. And I'll tell you one thing, if that says something about Lake County the next few years on girls basketball, that's going to say a lot, really.
Well, and that's what we would like to see most often is you would have to have, not only does experience count in this game of basketball, but it also counts your height. Your height has to play a role if you're going to be consistently under the basket and not a Steph Curry-like player where you're just on the perimeter shooting threes.
By the way, I want to mention Jersey Mike's, our new sponsor, is part of the family, believe it or not. Right nearby, too, in Round Lake Beach, in case you're hungry and you want to get some good subs, maybe after a game or lunchtime or even for dinner. Jersey Mike's subs, you can go over to 536 East Rollins Road in Round Lake Beach.
I absolutely love the number 5, by the way. It's like ham and provolone on there. It's fantastic sandwich. Very, very delicious. It's what I have every time I go.
Oh, is that the number 5 you get?
Number 5, large, too. I get that thing where they have to cut it in quarters.
What do you like on that sub, by the way? No, never mind. We can order it. I don't know. They might deliver. Who knows?
Hey, let's get it here for the fourth quarter.
Ball inbounded. And this comes to Phelan. Phelan up on top. Bounce pass. Nice move to the basket. Oh, a little too strong by Garrett. Dietz still on the rebound. Bouncing around. Not going to go. Tipped around. Back out again. This one does not go for Sullivan. And now Rams are going to come up with the rebound. Credit to Trevlin with it. I'm still hooked on the sub.
Yeah, defensively, I think Lakes, like Dietz right now, is underneath the basket, mostly along baseline. And having her along the line is fantastic, having a body.
Gallagher with a shot. That one goes strong off the rim. And Guerra comes down with a nice move going to the basket. It's good. Counted and a foul. To Kempe with a nice move will earn a three-point play.
Now we see some fireworks. And what I was saying was, to correct what I said, what I meant by Dietz was putting a body like on the floor that can move from side to side quickly and be an easy block attempt.
By the way, Rosemary Takempe is a junior for Lakes. Free throw up and good. A three-point play. She makes that. She's got 5 points of the 8
Very
so far.
nice.
Makes it 31-8 at this point.
You know, I notice right now I see a lot of man-to-man or woman-to-woman as far as coverage. And I think really in a zone defense right now would be the best way to go for Lakes.
Well, Bowman's on the bench at the moment. We're seeing some more subs in the game here for Grayslake Central. Bella Vogler happens to be a sophomore. She's in the game now. And a couple other players here. This one from a three-point shot off the rim. That's not going to go there for MK Drevline.
Phelan, speed demon. I love it. I love
Phelan
it.
back out to Kempe for three, short on the rim, not going to go. Rebound taken down by Vogler, and we got a tie-up, and no, we got a foul or a jump ball. Which one is it? They say that it's going to go to Grayslake Central. I think the Lakes player had a foot on the baseline as she was trying to tie up the ball.
And those are little mistakes that, people do make from time to time, but you have to make sure you're limiting those mistakes, obviously, overall, because that is what's going to cost you late in game.
Carissa Geary, another player on, and an outside shot here goes up and in for three.
MK Drevlin.
Drevlin able to put that down for her first points of the game. Make it 34-8. Now a three try off the rim. Nope, that's not going to go for Fleming. And this one taken down by Grayslake Central. Tie up in the back. A little pressure by the Grayslake Central Rams. Drevline going to stop and pop a three off the rim. Nope, nice rebound. Vogler's going to go up and draw a foul. It's not going to go in, though. But a couple free throws coming.
And that's something I notice here as I'm looking at players like Dietz from Lakes High School and just a few other players like Phelan. I noticed that they seem caught off guard a little bit, and the tempo is starting to get to them, I think, with Grayslake gelling right now.
Free throw up and off the side of the rim for Vogler. Bella Vogler, a 5'7" sophomore.
Gallagher's subbing out. Couple subs out, it looks like. I'm trying to see who came in for him.
I think that's Adeline Stevens. What a name.
What about Kosikowski? I think she came in as well.
Yeah, but Lakes are Adeline, Addilyn. I like that. That's pretty good. Vogler made one of two. So it's 35-8 at the moment.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. In the first half, rather. And
Tekempe, by the way, drops it off. Now that one going up, off the rim. Nope, not going to go. Rebound taken out by Grayslake Central. And even the second string is pushing the ball up quickly here. Drevline goes in, one-hand shot up, and good. Running jumper.
this pace, here we go. What is the name of the game today? It's pace. Absolutely.
You seem a little bit off track on her, not sure. Tekempe up on top of the three-point arc. No, this is just a style that Grayslake Central likes to play. Pass down to Steffens, and she draws the foul. I think this is going to be on the side. I might as well get used to it because when you get to the boys' games, that's all they do. They run up and down the court. Half-court basketball is not there that much anymore. You know that.
So, I understand that as well. But I'm saying to see where these two teams differ and what can be worked on, that's the one thing, the main thing I'm noticing.
Mm-hmm. Steffens gets the ball over to, I believe that's Tekempe, and she just, what did she draw the foul here, I believe?
Yeah, she just drew a foul. The foul goes on MK Drevlin.
See, that's one thing about the girls' high school basketball. The best teams within Lake County are going to be Lake Forest, Stevenson, Libertyville, Lake Zurich, a lot in the North Suburban. Northern Lake County, this is probably the best team within the area right here at Grayslake Central. Tekempe, by the way, made their first of two. Another one upcoming. And she missed the second, so she got one of two. Grayslake Central down to the rebound. 37-9, 2 minutes left, second quarter. Drevline off to the right. Vogler tied up against the zone here. They work to the inside. A little shot up by Kosikowski. Not going to go. Rebound back up and in and count that bucket for Courtney Hatcher.
And you have Chloe Kilroy for Lakes trying to be a body under the basket, and it just didn't happen to work out that time, but I'm sure she'll be able to adjust here very easily.
This one sent out to the wing. A long three. Hit the side of the backboard, unfortunately. Tipped around loose and back the other way. Kosikowski going in, lost the ball, got it back, put up a shot, and able to get 2 points on the short jumper. 41-9, minute 20 left in the second quarter. Tekempe.
And this is the thing I notice, is they are playing, Grayslake is also playing enough of a zone as well. They're playing only one person, the zone between two players.
Tekempe. Bounce pass off to the right side. Stevens. Now sends a bounce back to the top. Phelan with a dribble outside the arc to the right. Trying to make a move. Now stops, looking, pass to the top. Almost wanted to shoot that with Stevens, but he's going to send it off to the corner. Under 40 seconds now, a three-try to Kempe off the rim. Nope. Rebound taken down by Vogler. Up court, Drevline. Now to the corner, stop, pop, a three short, and a rebound. Hatcher had a chance, can't get it, but a good job on the second chance was Vogler.
And that's the thing I notice also is second chance opportunities. Who's taking them? Who can take advantage of them? That is key. Final seconds here. Takempe going to drive in with two, and she gets fouled, but I think it's on the floor. But I think that's also the seventh foul, when we'll go to the line for one in the bonus, unless she says it's a shot. Yep, one in bonus. All right, number 21 coming on, Lauren Carty for Grayslake Central subbing in.
Free throw up and good. Takempe showing some life here for Lakes. She's got most of the points here. 7. Or maybe she's got chance for another. Nope, doesn't get it. Tipped around. And Lakes is going to come away with the Dietz. Gets it off to the right side. Chance for the shot. Nope, not going to go. Tipped around. Drevlin gets it. Final seconds. And there goes the horn. So at the end of the first half, it's 43-10, the Rams over the Eagles. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll take on the challenge to talk about this first half, Patrick, right after this here on WRLR.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Everybody, I'm Axel. WRLR 98.3 invites you to spend a fun and festive night celebrating the season with our band, Axe and the Hatchet Men. On Friday, December 13th, at the original Sundance Saloon in Mundelein, we'll be playing a set filled with rockin' holiday tunes, as well as play a mix of our own original songs, current hits, and plenty of rock and roll. This year, we're playing in support of WRLR Community Radio, where local bands like us can get their music heard and their stories told. All ages are welcome. There's a student discount and tickets will be available at the door unless sold out in advance. You can secure your advance tickets now by contacting the station at studio@wrlr.fm or at another online seller to be announced soon. So save the date, tell your friends. Come on out to the original Sundance Saloon on December 13th for the Axe and the Hatchet Men holiday show and help keep WRLR on the air. Ho ho, hope to see you there. Happy holidays. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together.
Cornicchione's New York Style Pizzeria in Antioch at Routes 83 and 173 is another proud sponsor of WRLR Sports. Cornicchione's pizza dough is made from scratch using a family recipe that originated in Brooklyn, New York. Their dough is proofed at least 24 hours. Cornicchione's menu includes pizzas, calzones, pasta, much more. They have dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. Their number is 224-308-1499. Today's sports broadcast is made possible by O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC. Proud to sponsor another season of Lake County High School sports broadcasts on WRLR 98.3 FM. Helping home buyers, sellers, and others with real estate transactions. O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC can be reached at 847-675-4790.
What do high school activities mean to your community?
It means I don't have to worry about what my teenage daughter is doing after school.
It means I have something to look forward to every Friday night.
If my team works hard, we may have a chance to win the state championship.
High school sports and activities play an important role in every Illinois community. They help young people learn important lessons and develop valuable life skills. And it's been that way for more than 100 years.
I can't imagine my community without high school sports and activities.
Be a fan. Join the fun. Support your local high school athletic and activity programs. This message has been brought to you by the IHSA, celebrating more than 100 years of high school sports and activities in Illinois.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Welcome back to Lakes High School. We're getting fun here because the students get an opportunity to try to make a half-court shot. Patrick Hoyce, Rusty Silber here at 43-10. Wow. Halftime, the Rams leading the Eagles. Would you like to go out and try the half-court shot?
I've hit half-court shots pretty consistently, actually, so I would love to get out there.
I'm trying to figure this out. A guy here, I think it's a guy, anyhow.
It is.
It's a shot up.
Here we go.
He's got it.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I used to in high school, that's what I would practice, is every time I was on junior varsity for Streamwood High School, I would practice half-court shots, doing a 3-2-1 buzzer countdown, making sure I put myself in pressure situations prior to game time.
I like the idea. I saw a girl before that had tried to go one-handed and just missed the side of the rim.
Just missed it. Yeah. It had a great arc to it, too, by the way.
We are at halftime here. Grayslake Central Rams leading the Lakes Eagles 43-10. Just want to remind everybody we're starting our high school basketball season here tonight. We have another game for you tomorrow night. It'll be a boys' game at Carmel. We'll have Waukegan at the Carmel Corsairs. Pre-game for that is 6. Game time 6:30. Don Johnson and Norm Marion and myself will be out there to take care of the broadcast tomorrow evening. We're giving Mike McCarthy the weekend off. You know, some of us are a little worn down from a lot of things we've done with football.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a great season, by the way. Excitement to see Warren with a historical run to make the championship game last week in 8A. And yes, Patrick, please don't brag because you know we have a lot of hearts here in Lake County. You know, that wanted to see Warren win that championship game. And yes, Patrick on his Golden Voice show, pinned by Norman, had said, Lincoln Way will win the game. So,
oh, yeah.
So the thing is, I don't know if you're from that area or why you came up with that. But I did say before the game, it's going to be close. And I figured overtime and Warren winning. So of our group, I might have been closest like you were, but you went Lincoln Way West.
Right. Well, yeah, I went Lincoln Way to win the game for the 8A, and I just, for some reason, in things like this, when it comes to sports, for some reason, when I have a hunch, I learn not to go against it. I really do. I learn not to go against it. It has won me money in the past. Of course, not with high school sports, but it has won me money in the past. So I don't go against my gut feeling.
Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up, we have our postseason football show coming up on Sunday. It's going to be at Cornicione's in Antioch. And if you're planning on coming to the event, which is an outstanding event, we're going to have coaches, we're going to have players, we're going to talk about the season that was of 2019. And there was a lot to talk about, you know, with all 10 teams that made the playoffs this year from Lake County. We had 3 teams that exceptionally well, or 4 teams for that matter, that made it a lot farther than I thought that we'd ever expect to see. I mean, Lake Zurich had a good run down the stretch before they got stopped by Willowbrook. And then you also got, Deerfield and Lake Forest going at each other, which Deerfield ended up winning. And then Deerfield ended up falling in the semifinals to Prairie Ridge. And then Warren with their run to the championship. And then the unfortunate loss to Lincoln Way East. But I'll tell you, I saw 2 teams in a grudge match out there. I mean, that game could have been 6-3.
And that's what I heard is the way that it went. Even though it was a shutout in way of Lincoln Way East, it was only 12-0. That's less than 2 touchdowns. So when you have less than 2 scores going on there, I don't see any reason why these 2 teams shouldn't have been in that final.
That's a good. It was a good game. We'll talk about it. We'll start at 3 o'clock Sunday till 4:30. You want to come out? Just make sure you get there. I'd say about 2:15, 2:30 at the latest. There are going to be a lot of people there.
And I'll be out there as well. I'll be heading out with you guys.
Yeah, you're going to be in the backdrop a little bit, but we're going to have, our main guys, Don Johnson, Joe Aguilar, Mr. GQ, and myself will be co-hosting the event. John Kerr will be out there. Norm will be out there. Mike McCarthy will be out there. A lot of our sports staff will be out there. Carson will be out there, too, by the way. He does the Monday show. Before we get done with halftime here, the score is not indicative of what we're looking at here. I mean, it's 43-10. You know, Grayslake Central, obviously, you talked a little bit about in the second quarter. You know, they're just head and shoulders better than Lakes right now because they're so young. But how do you do this as a coach in the second half? How does Brian Phelan kind of get a game plan together here?
Again, like I was saying, I think with Kate Bowman of Grayslake Central, I think she is the one key factor to win or lose the game for Grayslake. So for Lakes in the opposition for the Eagles, I think they have to double her. I don't think they have a choice. When she's on the floor, you have to double her. Yes, that's going to open up other things on the floor, but you have to understand that when you say these guys, these ladies at Grayslake are more experienced, you also talk about things like age and the stamina that the Lakes High School women can have. And I think that's where you have to step up. You do have to step up. You do have to say, listen, I'm prepared to, and not in this way, but I'm prepared to die in this game. You have to put everything on the line for it. Just because it's the first game here doesn't mean that, hey, we can be relaxed and take a day off. We have to give it everything we have. And for 10 points for Lakes, I don't think that's everything they have.
All right. By the way, Kate Bowman leading the way with 11 points, a bunch of rebounds, a couple of blocks. She's not leading the team right now. It's Amanda Kosiakowski's leading the team with 12 points. Kate Bowman a step behind her with 11. And, of course, Rosemary Takempe leading the way for Lakes with 7 of the 10 points. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Third quarter, second half coming up right after this here. High school basketball right here on WRLR.
0.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Cornicchione's New York-style pizzeria in Antioch at Routes 83 and 173 is another proud sponsor of WRLR Sports. Cornicchione's pizza dough is made from scratch using a family recipe that originated in Brooklyn, New York. Their dough is proofed at least 24 hours. Cornicchione's menu includes pizzas, calzones, pasta, much more. They have dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. Their number is 224-308-1499.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Lakes High School, Friday night, start of the basketball season. I'm just getting into the flow of this. Patrick Voss, Rusty Silber, and we're just trying to get into this. Like I said, I'm not basketball hooked on this. I'm still got football in my mind, and it's tough. You know that, especially after the Bears winning last night. You know.
Well, what's easy is having me here next to you, Rusty, is that I am a basketball first over the two sports. I am basketball first all day, every day.
All right. Well, that helps. Right now, the Rams with the basketball, big lead, 43-10. By the way, they do have a rule we'll talk about once we get to the fourth quarter. Shot put up might have been partially blocked. Kosiakowski, the rebound to Bowman, now back on top to Drevlin. Working inside, bounce pass underneath. No, not handled. And coming away, this to Kempe. The Kempe up court, looking to drive. Nice move. Gets around the Grayslake player for the bucket.
A little bit of a shiver, an Allen Iverson shiver. A little bit of AI on the court.
Wow, that's a good name. Pass down low, battle comes right back out. And driving in, a hop step, and I hate to say it, you might be able to get away with a Euro step these days, but a travel call this time around.
Well, and that's the thing you have to realize is some of these girls are not as old as, you know, they're not seniors, they're not juniors, so they have a little bit of time to mature and learn that Euro step and really perfect it. But that's something, you know, for another day.
Battle with it up on top, Sullivan. Now it comes back on top to Kempe. Kempe driving the lane, right-handed jumper off the rim. Nope, not going to go. Rebound. Put right back up. Fleming can't get that one. Bowman comes down with the rebound.
And I see the pace like I've been talking about. I can't believe I'm saying the same word over again. Pace is key. And they're showing it here with Lakes.
Underneath, Musei going to find Kosiakowski for the short jump shot. She's got 14. And a big lead, 45-12. 6:40 left in the third. Dietz. Up on top, Fleming. Fleming dribble move. Now back out to Dietz.
Dietz got to make sure that she doesn't get left here underneath the basket and circle back out to the perimeter because that will leave her.
To Kempe, nice jumper. In and out, doesn't want to go. Rebound taken down by Musei. Musei bounce pass. Kosiakowski. Nope, it comes back to Musei, and the shot goes up. And she's going to draw a foul. It came up short. Might have been partially blocked.
Looks like a foul on Takempe, I believe.
You know, every time I say the word Takempe, I keep thinking of Tempe, Arizona.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it.
You knew that, huh?
Oh, yeah. I can see where you're going with that. And she alone has 9 points right now, but 3 fouls. 9 points and 3 fouls already. I mean, she's getting into trouble here quickly enough, although we are in the third quarter of play. So
first free throw up and good for Musei. Second free throw, she missed the whole basket completely. So this will be a ball straight over to Lakes.
There we go. The crowd's yelling air ball. I feel like I'm playing NBA Jam all over again. for three.
Wait, you play that game, huh?
Oh, I played that game on Super Nintendo back in the day.
I thought maybe you say like PlayStation 4 or Xbox these days.
They redid it, but yes.
And a turnover here as Bowman gets it. Pass down. And a 12-foot jumper. That's not going to go on the baseline. Comes back the other way to Kempe with the rebound.
Bowman is menacing right now, and she is trying to basically push the narrative that you can't get past me. I am going to rule the court in my way right now.
And Bowman looking to block here. Shot put up. She did block the ball out of bounds. And a pretty good effort on a baseline shot by Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan tried, but when you have somebody like Bowman who's 6'2", there's not much you can do about that.
Would you be nervous going against her?
I am.
Yes. I am.
In a way, yes. In a way, because of her length and the fact that she is currently consistently playing basketball, yes, I would be definitely afraid to.
Bowman just got another steal in the backcourt.
Here we
Driving
go.
in left hand, and she can't be stopped. Easy layup.
48-12 coming down right now.
And you wonder how long before Eichen decides to pull his starters. That's always a question when you're up so many points.
Yeah, that's something I was wondering from the second quarter is how long until Grayslake pulls their starters, exactly like you said. And
Fleming just had the ball knocked away, steal for Drevlin, and going forward, it's knocked out of bounds by the Eagles.
Yeah, Dietz tried to get in there, tried to do something about it, and unfortunately knocked it straight out of bounds towards the benches. She's doing a good job, though, I notice. She's on and off. I feel with Dietz, it's hot and cold with her right now. She's still trying to get her footing under her this season, but it's early on in the season, and we'll see where that goes.
You see this one sent to the left here, and a three drops in for Drevlin.
That is, say it with me, money. I had to do it one time.
I know. To Kempe off to the left side. Oh, Phelan in the game. Now a battle for the ball on the ground. Bowman gets it and sends it forward off to Drevlin. Now lead pass a little too far for Kosiakowski, out of bounds. I think it might have been tipped. Will stay with the Rams.
Yeah, that was tipped out by Sierra Fleming.
The way Bowman's going, could she have a quadruple double? Is that possible in a game? I don't know.
You could.
Usually that's on turnovers.
Double digits, you're talking, steals, assists, rebounds, and points. Yeah, you could have. There's a possibility of that.
Depends how much playing time she gets. Kosiakowski just made a short jumper. So it's 53-12.
The one thing I am watching with referees is whether or not they're going to call Bowman for defensive 3 seconds.
No, they don't do that in high school, but you might want to. Kempe driving in, gets a shot up, and she got bumped. They say the ball's going to stay with I thought he pointed for the Eagles. That's what I thought. And yes, they are. In fact, Coach Phelan says, hey, wait a minute, we got the ball. Everybody went down the court.
So something I noticed that I'm just going to point out right now that I hope people don't get mad at me for is it was out of bounds on the Eagles, on Lake Eagles, but the bounce should have been there should have been a penalty right there.
You're saying the ball should have gone the other way.
No, there should have been either gone the other way if no penalty, or penalty and keep it with the Eagles.
Phelan missed a shot back the other way. Jumper put up. Drevlin not going to go. Rebound. Bowman can't get it. Gets her on board, but I think she's tied up there by Dietz, and this should be on the floor. What hasn't she done? I got rebounds, steals, blocks, points.
Well, actually, in points...
She did turn the ball over a couple times, so I did notice that. And she's going to bench now.
As far as points, Kosiakowski is actually dealing with 16 points right now. So he's just keeping just ahead of Bowman. And I think that's a good 1-2 punch. And every great team needs a 1-2 punch to succeed highly.
By the way, Bowman did go to the bench just now. Gallagher comes in. Rams with the ball. 3:28 left in the third quarter. 53-12. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. And this will stay Grayslake Central ball. Reminder, tomorrow morning, make sure you catch the Sports Corner.
It's like
8 to 10 o'clock. We got a lot to talk about after that Bears game last night. College football, the Iron Bowl last week. DePaul Blue Demons 9-0. Somebody help me with that. Make sure you catch us 8 to 10 o'clock right here on WRLR.
And we had Grace Sullivan sub out for Adeline Stevens coming in the game.
Takempe going to drive the lane, can't get it to finish. She came back in from out of bounds and got the ball and got the rebound and the chance to shoot. She's smiling on her face because she's going to get free throws out of this.
Yeah, and Madeline Mousset knew she screwed up on that one. She bid on it rather. She bid on that throw up behind the head.
Free throw for Takempe. I do like the style of Takempe. She's free-spirited. She's a type of guard that you like to have on your team.
Very. She knows how to control the floor to an extent, and I think with the players around her, she knows how to utilize assists very well.
She missed the second of two, so it's 53-13. She's got 10 points of the 13. Dirk down low, nice pass underneath. Able to get that one to drop in is that Piper Gallagher. And she's got 6 on the night.
And you have to give it up to Coach Eichen for Grayslake High for really taking control of this game and knowing how to.
3-point basket for Takempe.
Oh my!
She's making it look easy now. I think Phelan would like to have a few more players shooting like her tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think what I said before halftime was over is you can't say die in this game. You have to keep going. And I think that's what they're doing here.
Kosiakowski with another short jumper near the basket and able to get that to drop in. 57-16, 2:20 left. And what do we got? Oh, Takempe caught for the carry. I don't know if you call that a carry or a palm.
It is a carry. It is carrying in basketball.
I mean, I've seen people palm the basketball, carry the basketball. Sometimes I think referees get a little too, should we say, too sharp on their calls a little bit to call that.
A little too trigger happy, as I'd call it. Yeah,
we got a ball taken away here. Takempe looking for some help. Up on the wing to the right side. Off to the right to Gira. Now back over. Takempe driving it. Had to take it away. Stolen away. Musset had it, lost it, and it's loose on the floor. Battle, and the Eagles come away with it.
Phelan, nice come up with that one.
Good steal for Phelan. Off to Takempe. Takempe up top here. Outside the arc to the right. Bounce pass. Working it down low. An opportunity for Steffen. Shot up and good. Steffen's her first points of the night.
And exactly like I'm saying, Steffens came in and battled. Didn't give up. She could have basically flopped it away, but she didn't give up, and she made sure she followed through.
Pass down low. Kosiakowski can't make this one off the back of the iron and out. Coach in the 1 minute mark. Nice pass underneath. Short jumper. That one not going to go in. Missed there by Fleming. Lead pass back down the court. Turnaround shot. Kosiakowski made an extra move. And is she going to get. Was there a foul down there? I think she was.
They called a foul, and I'm just going to tell you the way it really went down.
No. It looked like I thought the same thing. I was thinking there was a travel there.
There was a travel, yeah. But they're going to go ahead and give it to her. And Kosiakowski is going to go ahead and shoot, too.
A foul on Skinner, Carly Skinner for Lakes. First free throw up and in for Kosiakowski, having a great night. I wonder if this is a career night for her. She's putting, 19 points, looking for 20 here. And makes them both.
She's taken over when she realizes that Bowman has her game plan and the team has their collective game plan. And Kosiakowski is just saying, you know what? I've got it. Give me the ball. I can take it.
Takempe, nice dribbling, but Kosiakowski comes up with his clean steal. Up court, a little too far beyond the reach of Drevline and out. And Kosiakowski going out and getting some nice big cheers and a hug down there from Bowman. I like that. This might be a career night for her. Final 40 seconds of this third quarter.
It looks like what Vogler came in for.
Over to the wing. Here, a bounce pass down low. Chance to put up a shot. That one's not going to go. Back out. Shot. Look out. Stolen away. Piper Gallagher comes up with it on the tip.
And that's what you have to watch for. You have to watch that pressure. If you're underneath the basket, that pressure is going to be deep against you when Grayslake is on defense.
Working around Gallagher, Vogler. Working down long, 3 outside, good, count it, 4-3 for Drevline. She's got 3 threes, and a good time to do in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Drevline with 13. What a quarter.
69-18, or 62-18 for that matter. Back right after this, high school basketball right here on WRLR.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Today's sports broadcast is made possible by O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC. Proud to sponsor another season of Lake County High School sports broadcasts on WRLR 98.3 FM, helping home buyers, sellers, and others with real estate transactions. O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC can be reached at 847-675-4790.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Welcome back to Lakes High School. 62-18 is the score. We start the fourth quarter. And Patrick Voss, Rusty Silber on hand, opening night of high school basketball here on WRLR. And Patrick, guess what? For our first night, you being the rookie, being the opening night here, we've hit a rule that is part of the IHSA this year. And that means if a team is leading by more than 30 points entering the fourth quarter, we have something called a running clock.
And the running clock is where even when penalties are called, when fouls are called, the clock keeps going as in the name, so that we can go ahead and get through a fourth quarter, like you said, Rusty, if the teams are up by 30 or more.
It's one of the things we don't want to see, but that's the rule they put in with the IHSA this year. So, and right now, Lakes has the ball to start out the fourth quarter.
I think that's fair for high school, by the way. Collegiate, no. Professional, obviously not. But high school, I could see that.
Running jumper going in from the baseline. Count that for Steffens. She's got 4.
Very smooth coming up for Steffens. Very, very smooth. And they're right back on defense. Get under the basket.
And back the other way for Grayslake Central. Fletcher getting a bucket. She's got 4.
And if you notice, 64-20 for Grayslake Central over Lakes. And who do you not see on the floor?
Well, we're not going to see Kate in this
Kate
situation.
Bowman is...
But that's the reason why you're up so many points. You want to get the younger players.
Sponsor another season of Lake County High School sports broadcasts on WRLR 98.3 FM, helping home buyers, sellers, and others with real estate transactions. O'Keefe, Lewis, and Bruno PC can be reached at 847-675-4790.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.
Welcome back to Lakes High School. 62-18 is the score. We start the fourth quarter. And Patrick Voss, Rusty Silber on hand, opening night of high school basketball here on WRLR. And Patrick, guess what? For our first night, you being the rookie, being the opening night here, we've hit a rule that is part of the IHSA this year. And that means if a team is leading by more than 30 points entering the fourth quarter, we have something called a running clock.
And the running clock is where even when penalties are called, when fouls are called, the clock keeps going as in the name, so that we can go ahead and get through a fourth quarter, like you said, Rusty, if the teams are up by 30 or more.
It's one of the things we don't want to see, but that's the rule they put in with the IHSA this year. So, and right now, Lakes has the ball to start out the fourth quarter.
I think that's fair for high school, by the way. Collegiate, no. Professional, obviously not. But high school, I could see that.
Running jumper going in from the baseline. Count that for Steffens. She's got 4.
Very smooth coming up for Steffens. Very, very smooth. And they're right back on defense. Get under the basket.
And back the other way for Grayslake Central. Fletcher getting a bucket. She's got 4.
And if you notice, 64-20 for Grayslake Central over Lakes. And who do you not see on the floor?
Well, we're not going to see Kate in this
Kate
situation.
Bowman is...
But that's the reason why you're up so many points. You want to get the younger players the opportunity. That's the key thing. Shot put up here. This is going to be short off Phelan, but the referee in front of us said it was tipped.
And no, but that was my point. And fortunately, that was my point, is that they are resting. They are giving the younger kids a shot out there. And a person like Bowman, they know she's going to get her points. And into the game right now, it looks like number 15, that is Kaylee Gara. subbing in.
And ball's inbound and tipped out of bounds. Turnover off Lakes, and Grayslake Central gets. Also, I noticed into the game, Chloe Kilroy for the Lakes Eagles. Another new name here. So we got the opportunity for different players, so we'll have fun doing this to figure out who's who. I like the pass down low underneath. Gallagher tried to work it down low to Gurrier, and she got a shot, got a rebound, and then got fouled.
Yeah, Steffens with the foul there, really trying to put a body on Gurrier, and it just didn't happen to work out that time. And I think that early on in the season, what you do see a lot of times is the teams really trying to find their footing, as I say. And I think this is a great teaching point, even though the score is so one-sided at the moment. I think this is a great teaching point for Lakes of how to turn their season around.
By the way, Carissa Gurrier happens to be a sophomore forward, 5'9". Made her first free throw, looking for a second here. By the way, clock continues to run as we speak. It's down to 5:40. And she made both free throws. Looked pretty good at the free throw line to make both for her first 2 points of the night.
And you know what people don't know about myself is during high school basketball, when I played JV, at least for Streamwood High School, I would play in pickup games. I'd use the female team because they had great players. That was my pickup games. Mm-hmm. So this is fantastic.
Lakes trying to get an opportunity. Ball knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Eagles in front of the student section. Like I said, they're all decked out in multiple colors tonight. Neon, green, orange. By the way, we're going to be back here next Saturday afternoon, a week from tomorrow, for the boys game against Lakes. That should be a great matchup. Two really good teams in the Northern Lake County Conference.
Absolutely, and we just had a quick sub here. Madeline Mousset subbing out, and MK Drevlin coming in.
Steffens making a drive, and foul is called as you heard the whistle in the background. So this will be a couple free throws coming up here for Steffens. Adeline Steffens, a junior guard. I like the spelling on the first name, Addilyn.
Listen, you have to be special.
Hey, I'll tell you something. Nowadays, make sure you get the spellings right on every player. She made her first free throw, by the way. Every player, every student, names, they mean something these days. Second free throw goes up and good. So 66-22. Steffens making her first 2 points of the night. Rams working it inside. And Gurrier shot up and good. Nice turnaround shot over there for the base.
Little bump, and Gurrier takes advantage of the size differential that a lot of the girls have on Grayslake versus Lakes.
Shot down in the middle. This one partially blocked. Steffens the rebound. Gets that ball back out. Phelan working back on the arc here. Driving in. A little one-handed shot up. Nope, that's not going to go. Tipped around Fleming. Rebound taken down by Zellman. Now comes back out. Which Fletcher gets the board back up on top. Drevline running the offense. Nice little move behind her back. Dribbling the ball. Now the pass to the side. Fletcher back over Drevline, working to the other side, working it down low. Gurrier, they work back to Fletcher, now back out Drevline. Look at the ball movement here. Shot put up. Nope, that's not going to go. Rebound taken down by the Ram. Pass back out to the backcourt. And Drevline gets it, but then the referee has to blow the whistle to say over and back.
Correct. And then that's something, like I said, early on in the seasons, you are going to see great teams like Grayslake make a few mistakes here and there. They'll have them ironed out later in the season, and that is when you're going to see them at peak performance coming into when playoffs run around.
By the way, it's Grayslake Central because there's a Grayslake North.
I apologize.
It used to be a Grayslake at one time. It used to be until they spun off each other to get two schools.
Well,
you didn't know that, though.
Well, Grayslake used to exist when I was at Streamwood High School, yes. So, there was no Central at that time, I believe.
Lakes with a shot up. That's not going to go. Drevline the rebound. 2.5 left in the fourth. Oh, I remember the days of the original Grayslake. Shot put up. That's not going to go. That goes out of bounds. Look like the hands of Gurrier and out. One thing is, if you're here next Saturday, wait till you see the crowd that's going to be here for the boys' game. They're going to fill the stands all the way up.
And remind me one more time, who are the boys playing?
It'll be Lakes, believe it or not. Lakes will play Grayslake Central. Rams and Eagles.
Same game, just varsity boys.
Yeah. And this one goes out of bounds. Lakes still will keep the ball. Not a good spot to be in front of the student section over there, but there are 4 Lakes here. Trying to work the ball in, and they get it in over there.
As long as you're in front of your home section.
Long shot from about 15, and she gets that to go in. Kilroy with their opening basket for the night. 68-24, about a minute and a half left. And Grayslake Central being content. They're going to work it around the arc. I will say this. Grayslake Central, most likely, I think, is 3A this year. This is one of the teams you're watching that has a chance to go far.
Absolutely.
I really think so.
I mean, you see the score right now alone. I mean, to me, the score doesn't really matter of who you're up against. It's more so how dominant are you over the length of the season. And so far, this is showing pure dominance.
Guerrier with a bucket for the Ram. I like her ability, Guerrier. She may be able to get into the start, as one of the bench reserves in the front line. A shot put up by Drevline, not going to go, tipped and knocked out of bounds. But I'm just saying, Guerrier looks pretty strong in the post. And she's only a sophomore, and she's got some size, so that's one thing I can look at in this fourth quarter. Maybe she can help this team down the road.
Well, and then one thing I noticed also with other, Guerrier, I hope, can help the team out with Grayslake Central, because if you have key pieces like Bullman and Koszkowski, and then you have Guerrier stepping up, it's a deadly three that you don't want to deal with.
Grayslake Central had a ball to Guerrier, couldn't make the short jumper there. Lakes will bring the ball up, and we are down to our final few seconds here of this running clock fourth quarter. And work it to the outside. Kilroy, long shot up. Nope, not going to go. Rebound taken down by Grayslake Central. 3-2, and there goes the horn to end the contest, 70-24. Wow, that was quick.
70-24.
Player of the game. Where are we going to go?
Player of the game for me, I would have to go with. I would have to go over to Grayslake Central, Amanda Koszkowski.
Koszkowski with a 19, huh?
Yeah, because of the points. I say defensively and overall, it had to have been. It had to be Kate Bullman, but I think Koszkowski showed tonight that she can step up and be that one person, that one player you can depend on, and that is my player of the game. Number 12.
All right. Patrick, good job, man, for the opening night.
I appreciate it, Rusty.
70-24. Grayslake Central picks up the victory over the Lakes Eagles, and they raise their record to 6-2, 2-0 in the Northern Lake County Conference. Lakes Eagles, unfortunately, with the loss, goes down to 1-5 and 0-2. I'd like to thank Kurt Rollins for letting us do the broadcast this evening. Thanks to Steve Eichen, Grayslake Central coach, and also thanks to Rob Phelan, the head coach for Lakes Eagles. Patrick, nice job.
I appreciate it.
Hey, it's opening night for all of us out here.
It really is, and I'm so glad to be a part of this team and so honored to be a part of this team.
All right.
Hopefully you'll hear from me a little bit later on.
Don't forget Sports Corner tomorrow morning on 8 to 10 o'clock. A lot to talk about. Don Johnson, Mike McCarthy, myself, along with Steve Brandy will be on for 2 full hours of sports talk. Have yourself a good, safe rest of the evening. I'm Rusty Silber.
I'm Pat Voss.
So long, everybody.
You're listening to 98.3 FM, WRLR LP, Round Lake, Illinois.